super, super fun. In fact, one of the things I wanted to do, I just thought about this, is I want to grab off of Robeytech.com and then I can see all the prices, which honestly I ended up having, I actually really enjoyed the other day, and I was like, oh, I should just have these up all the time. So here it is right here. Okay. No, it doesn't have the prices. Well, poopy McGooger. I need to, here, let me do it this way. Hold on, here it is. I'll do it. It's in the YouTube, but I thought it was on the website, so it's not on the website. It's the prices, I guess, aren't there, which makes sense because it probably changes so much. So I'm gonna switch, go to here, and go to here, and go to YouTube Studio, and then we'll actually have it all. It's getting there, we're gonna get there, and then I will pretend like we actually just started. Stop giving me stuff. I just want the stuff I need. Come on, man. There it is. Okay. Okay, there. I got the prices now. Anyway, welcome to another episode. Oh, you guys are like watching the whole thing. I don't know why I went. Oh, no, no. Yeah, sorry. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was not. Yeah, sorry. No, I was just bringing that up so I could see it. My bad. Okay. All good. Anyway, guys, we're all good. We are looking at this right here. So yeah, we're going to be doing a build inside of the o11 Evo RGB, o11 Evo RGB, the XL. Sorry, that's what we're going to be doing in, which is going to be super, super awesome. So kind of really excited about that. And it's going to be a commission build, which this is going to be quite the commission build, I'll be honest, because it's a big build. It's got a lot of moving parts, and I'll be honest, it's just going to take some time, but I'm really excited about it. The other thing too is that I kind of gave you guys a heads up, and it should be live tomorrow, I believe, is the plan. Oh, he is in chat. Oh, he is. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, he's very, very excited. In fact, he was supposed to get this build earlier, but we had an issue, and then we had to move it, so it got moved to today. It was supposed to be Tuesday, and then it was supposed to be the Thursday the week before, but now we have it. It's here. It's going to get built, and I know he's excited. So Zenu's been waiting for this, and now he gets to actually watch this get built. Fun build, expensive build, should be awesome. Very, very excited to see how this whole thing turns up. Zenu, the only thing that we did change is we changed from the Extreme to the regular Ryujin 360. Main reason being is that the 360 actually performs better than the Extreme, so we went with the better performing part. So that's the only thing that you'll probably be like, but we sometimes we test things and we're like, I don't want to give him something that's worst. So we are going to be building inside of the o11 Dynamic, and we're going to be using pretty much high-end parts, which the parts list is actually quite impressive. And for the other thing too is that, of course, remember the key thing is, guys, is we do have giveaways that happen during the live stream. First and foremost, if we get a level 5 hype stream, we'll give away a $10 new A gift card. And then if we get 200 likes, sorry, 150 likes, $15, 200 likes, $20, 250 likes, you give away a $25 new A gift card. So get those likes going over at youtube.com/RobeyTechLive, and then make sure that when we get the hype train going, which I'm hoping we're going to do, we'll basically drop another, a nice another $10 gift card and get that going, which should be super, super cool. So anyway, this is the build. It's going to be crazy. Why don't we start going through the parts now, and then you guys can see why it is. And thank you very much for those subs already, guys. Okay, first and foremost, we're going to be using the Intel Core Ultra 9 285K. This is what he wanted. Again, cool thing about this is that you're getting essentially the highest end CPU that Intel provides with at a price it's like what, 581 bucks. So it's actually a really, really good price in terms of what you can actually get with this. It pretty much crushes in multi-threaded, specifically with Core Ultra 200S boost, which we've shown. So you're looking at a Cinebench score of 41 north of 42,000 sometimes, depending on the Silicon Lottery. And then at the same time, from a gaming standpoint, it's still an absolutely great CPU, but from a productivity standpoint, it is the best Adobe Premiere CPU that you can actually get. And then a lot of people, I mean, I'll be honest, they just love, they're used to Intel, they like Intel, and so they have a tendency to actually just want to run Intel, and that's totally fine. There is no wrong choice. The thing is that some people are like, well, I might want the extra 10 to 15 frames or the 20 frames depending, but at 4K or 1440p, the gap matters a whole lot less when you think about gaming. So this is the CPU he's going with. That's the one he chose, and I'm totally okay with it. And I'm gonna go and say the thing that I say every single time. As long as you are, I just had a moment of like, did I turn on the record on the audio? Yes, I did, good. As long as you are happy, that's all that matters. You do not need to justify your tech choice to anybody else, okay? I gotta put that out there because it drives me nuts how people just want to go and be mad, right? So anyway, gonna do that. That's the CPU. For the motherboard, we're going to ASUS here. So a lot of high-end ASUS ROG parts. The ASUS ROG Strix Z890-E gaming Wi-Fi motherboard. The one thing that's nice about this is it has all the Q-latch stuff. It has a 18 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 phase delivery system for your CPU. You've got the M.2 latch release. You got PCI 5 on a bunch of different drive locations. You also got that PCI 5 for the GPU location as well. So in terms of just performance and all of the things, this has all the bells and whistles you could potentially ever want. Plus, we're not joking, but there is a ton of AIO on this stuff. It's like 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 10 USB-A, 4 USB-C, plus you've got Wi-Fi 7 and all of that stuff as well. So very, very impressive motherboard. It's going to look beautiful. He's doing a little bit of a Panda build because he wants the parts to pop a little bit. So he's using a white case to really kind of showcase the interior parts here, which I think is going to actually end up looking pretty lovely. Did I just say lovely? I did. I said lovely. Apparently I'm 60 now. Okay. Last thing that I want to highlight, and then we'll jump to the cooling and stuff like that, is we're using this right here, the ROG RTX 5080 Astral. No, it's not the Dubai edition. I know people have been thinking I've been secretly trying to plan a build about that like $9,000 GPU, but I'm not, because that's crazy amounts of money. But RTX 5080 here. The Astral is an absolutely beautiful card. It's gonna do a good job of kind of filling out this case, which I think is gonna look amazing. And then at the same time, the cool thing is that we'll use GPU tweak, which we'll be showing that when we get to kind of the benchmark portion of the whole thing, which is nice. So there's a lot of extra things you can do with the ASUS GPU tweak software that allow you to do things like overclocking and all that sort of stuff too. I feel like we're stepping on music already, but maybe we're not. We'll see. Nope, that's just a weird song. Okay, so that's just a weird song. So anyway, this is our GPU. Okay, so for the cooler, we actually ended up switching this. Originally, we were supposed to use the Extreme Edition of this, but actually it doesn't perform as well as this one. So this is our best performing AIO that you can get, and this is the Asus ROG Ryujin 3 360 ARGB. It is also very pricey. I think right now, if you were to pick this up, you could pick it up for, what, $329. So definitely on the high end, but it's got a beautiful screen. It's got those nice, beautiful magnetic fans. It's also got a VRM cooling solution on it. The screen is nice and detachable. There's a lot of bells and whistles that kind of go through this. And then in terms of just performance, it is literally the best performing CPU cooler we have tested, even compared to the Extreme, which our review for is actually coming out very, very soon. But this is it right here. Love this AIO. And then it'll also just look really great inside of this particular case, which I think is going to look awesome. So that is going to be great. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Zen, are we replacing the fans? I don't think so. I think we're doing 3, 6. No, are we replacing them with Lian Li fans? I don't know if he responded. I have 9 fans, and according to the build thing, I think it's 9 fans. Najia dropping 25 subs. Landsworth dropping 10 subs. We also got Wimpmeister dropping subs, sub as well. So guys, lots of subs going on here. We might actually end up going for that level. We need a couple more people, and we'll hit that hype train. Which he said yes. Okay, so we are going to be putting the Lian Li wireless fans on this as well. And then I think we'll actually need to put another TL fan. We only have 9 fans. I'm going to look at your thing real quick. Did we only have 9 fans on the list? Dynamic invoice. I just want to make sure that we're doing, because I've checked this like 50,000 times, but no, that's not it. Oh, and you wanted to add a drive, didn't you? Zen, which is fine. We had 10 fans. Okay, so why do I... And yes, we do. We have 10 fans. They're all SL Infinity fans. Okay, so we need one more fan. Let me go see if I have another fan in the back. If not, we will add it before we ship it out, which is fine. Those get here quick. And they're wireless fans, so we'll make sure that that gets done. This is like the whole thing is like sometimes just gets a little crazy, or it got put here. Wireless 140. Dude, I have so many fans back here. Oh, here, it's right here. It's right here. We got it. It's fine. We got it right here. Okay, 10 fans. Hey, I knew we did things right. There's our 10th fan. So there's our 10th fan right there. Okay, so we got all 10 fans and we're good to go. This is why we look. Okay, so for fans, because we want to talk about, and you wanted to add a 4 terabyte. Wasn't that the other one, Zane? You wanted to add a 4 terabyte, isn't that correct? Which is easy, we can do that. I think that's what you said, just let me know because we can add that in there. So there's our cooling. We're using the Unifan TL wirelesses. So we're gonna be using white. We have 10 of those fans as well. Yeah, 2 terabyte, that's right. 2 terabyte Kingston Fury, which we'll grab that here in a second. So we got, there it is, right there. So there's all of the fans. And then we have, for our storage and our RAM, we have a 4 terabyte Kingston Fury Renegade. So this is going to be the game drive. And then we have a 6400 mega transfer. There it is right there. There's 64 gigs of 6400 mega transfer, 64 gig kit at 32 gigs right there. So there it is. And then now I got to go grab a 2 terabyte because that's what he wants for the OS drive. So when we reset it, which we always do everything, we'll make sure the OS drive is on the 2 terabyte. So let's go in here. Ugh. Ugh. And he wanted it for the OS drive, so he was, there it is. There we go. 2 terabytes right here. Okay, so there is a 2 terabyte Kingston Fury, which he had asked for as an additional addition. So there is our second 2 terabyte drive right there. And then lastly, power supply, we're adding the ROG Strix 1200 watt PSU. So it'll be plenty of power. So should he decide at some point in time to do a later upgrade, he can absolutely do that with this PSU. So this is the PSU. And then of course he also has white cable extension. So we have a 16 pin, which is 600 watt certified. And then we also have just white normal cables as well, which will make sure that his build is going to look absolutely phenomenal when it's all themed out. So it's gonna be absolutely crazy. It's gonna be an absolutely beautiful build. And as you can see, it's a lot of parts. There's a lot of parts here. So this is all in. It's gonna be, it's actually gonna be more expensive. It's gonna be closer to almost $5,000 because we're adding the 2 terabyte. So, but still, there it is right there. And let's get it set up. Now we actually get to do the building part, Brian. We finally got all the parts right. That's the thing is like sometimes because there's just a lot of parts, you're like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. But you know, luckily we have a micro center right next door to our building. It's like literally right there. It's called yeah, so we have all of the extra stuff. So it's just like, okay, just in case things need to show up. Yeah, you're talking about just you're talking about small in terms of just small, how small hard drives, Gen 4 drives have become. Yeah, they the overall NVMe size has gotten the overall drive size has gotten much smaller. So yeah, we've done 9000D. We actually did a build for that before. It was like a $30,000 build, and I don't remember when. Oh, it wasn't a 9000D. It was something else. We haven't done a 9000D build yet. Yeah, I don't know why. My voice is a little scratchy. I'll take a drink here in a minute. Nope, I need all those. Need this too. So there we go, and we need this. Okay, so now this is where you gotta lift with your back. Wait, no, lift with your legs. This case is heavy, so we're just gonna be doing a lot of lifting on this one. Oh! Luckily, it was not leg day today.
I think I heard your pancreas pop.
Yeah, my pancreas just popped open, guys. Yeah, 9000D is an awesome case. Okay, so here's all the stuff that we need for today. I'm gonna grab a drink of water. Wow, somebody noticed that the camera is straight cutting instead of the Robeytech transition. Somebody was just like, yeah, we got rid of them.
So do you like that or not?
Yeah, it's question. I think it's just faster. And the other thing too is it's like, I don't know, that was a Brian call. Brian was like, you know what, I feel like they're I don't know, they're a little tired, so yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like I switch back and forth between angles enough to where it's just taking up so much real estate.
Yeah. Oh, your birthday's this month, that's awesome. Okay, so here we go, guys. We wanna pop in there, right here. Okay, there it is. He's finally watching his build be built. He's been waiting for a long time, guys, a long time. Okay, I'm gonna hand that to you. And that as well. This is I like it when we have commissions because I can just kind of start sticking stuff away permanently. Oh, PC guy, I just realized what you were asking. He's like, I hope on July 5th that everyone still has their fingers in their toes. And I was like, what's going on? Is there something I don't know? Oh yeah, he's talking about it's July 4th, which makes a lot of sense. Okay.
Everybody check your freedom fingers.
Yeah, check your freedom fingers, yeah. I am not gonna do any of that stuff, which is gonna be awesome. So we're gonna be totally fine. Oh, here, let me zoom in a bit. And I put this so, because at one point in time, I'll just forget about it and Brian will be like, yeah, you're terrible at framing this stuff. Okay, so let's grab our CPU. We already benched all this and made sure it all works. It's already got an OS on it and all that sort of stuff, so it's got a little bit of fingerprints from Mr. Tester. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it looks beautiful too. I think you're gonna be super happy when it's all like lit up. Okay, I'm gonna take this out because in case he wants a sticker on there, put that away. There we go. And now we just pop that right there. There it is. And we have our CPU in, guys. There we go. CPU is in. And it looks good. It looks delicioso. Maybe not delicioso. That'd be weird if a CPU looked delicioso. But maybe somebody's like, yeah, it does. I'd eat that. I'm all about the silicon diet. Remember, guys, value is in the eye of the beholder. What you may think is a good value or a bad value may be very different for other people. Don't just assume because something is cheaper that somebody thinks that that's a better value. Some people prefer the aesthetic, some people want the extra additions, all that sort of stuff. So understand that this, I can understand. Somebody's just saying, hey, ASRock, he says, get ASRock because Asus is expensive. But understand, actually, when we actually did a whole video, and you can go watch it on the ROG Tax, when you look at the comparative value of the similar ASRock, the price is actually only about $20 if you got a similarly spec'd ASRock motherboard. And if you guys want to go watch that video, there's a video on it. You can go check it out, and it's called the Asus ROG Tax video. So believe it or not, their motherboards are not that much more pricey than the other ones. And then again, some people just love the look. So yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and pop this open here. This is going to be the OS drive. We also have to grab our Peely thing here. The Peely Master. So their stuff is, I would just say, like, we did a video on it, and believe it or not, I think a lot of people have some expectation that it is, and in the end, it's really not. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and open up our new 2 terabyte. So this is gonna be his OS drive when he gets it. And so we're gonna use the Robeytech knife with the wooden cover. It just slices through the cardboard like butter. There we go. Let me just go like this. Pop it out. like a waffle. And there it is. It's in. It's in. Okay. By the way, I want to ask somebody out there in the stream sphere, make sure you track how many times I have to lift this case, because I want to count that towards reps. Like I'm going to go back and track it, you know what I mean? Because I'll be like, I know that weighs as much as a human toddler. So I want
put it in MyFitnessPal.
I'm going to put it in my MyFitnessPal just to make sure that I get my lifting in. Today was, this isn't just a stream. This is also, oh yeah, not quite. You can't see. This isn't just a stream. This is also a functional lift training exercise thing. Okay, so what I did, just so you guys can see this, is that this kind of pops in right here, but I just pop this in. It kind of goes all the way out, but I just pop this in right here. It's stuck. It's already getting in there. Then you just slide that in. And then what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and peel this, because I threw away the peely. Is this just me being lazy? I think so, yep. You guys just saw me be lazy there. Okay, and then we're gonna take this. And by the way, we do not need to take this blue piece off because that's only for 22.111. This is a 2280 M.2, so we can keep that on. There's no reason to remove it. Just slaps right there, push it down, and then we, boom. There we go, 2 terabyte installed and ready to go. Okay, so now we have a 4 terabyte. So we're gonna grab our little device here. Robey wrist work. Okay, so we're gonna put the 4 terabyte down here, which is gonna be fine. There are so many NVMe slots on this. So many. Okay, can you let go of this? Oh, I bet you this is attached to this. There's so many. There we go. Okay. So we can take this off. This is the one that's got the games on it already and the OS and all that sort of stuff, just because we benched it well before this. Pop that right here. There's plenty of room for it. And there we go. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go right here, unpeel the peel. Is it unpeel? No, it's just peel. Yeah, if I unpeeled it, I'd be putting it back on. Man, I'm dumb. I'm just a dummy. Okay, there we go. Get that in. Gotta make sure that's screwed. There we go. You just gotta line up the pattern there, guys. Oh, you can touch on the spacer. You're right. I forgot about that. It's on the top one, right? So there actually is, it's not on this one. So there is a spacer here, and but also on here, in the middle here, when you look at this, there's a spacer there for holding it, but you also, if you want, I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me. If you go into here, thank you. Oh, JJ's here. I just realized that. If you go into here, in here, it's one of these. Here it is right here. So they actually have spacers, but the other thing that they also have is thermal pads for the center portion, and I'm just gonna find them in here somewhere. There's more. Wow, they give you a lot of extras here. So that's the thermal pad for the 2211 if you wanted it. Maybe they don't. Maybe it doesn't have it. I remember it on the other one, so maybe I'm mistaken, JJ. They do have the extra spacers if you want to put those in there, but they used to have little mini thermal pads for them too. That's the clip. Oh, and they have zip ties, so I'm going to take that. Spaces on all slots. The black bumper has an indent for the spacer. Oh, right here. Oh, yeah. So he's talking about this right here. Where did I? Where's my remote? You have the remote. Oh, I'm dumb. Okay. He's talking about right here. You can actually see the spots for the spacers right there. And then what I can do now is I can go ahead and put everything back in there. I'm going to take these out though because I forgot about them. We use those. Okay. So let's get all this put away. Okay, so he said they're actually extra. And then there is a keychain in here too. Look at that fancy.
I love that keychain.
That's like fancy. We actually, like, Brian actually loves this keychain.
Yep.
So, just FYI, if you want a cool keychain, Brian approved. Brian approved. And they didn't even have to pay extra for that.
Yeah.
He actually, oh yeah, he actually has it. He really does have it. There it is right there.
Oh, it's not focusing.
There you go. So he actually,
oh, it's not focusing.
there you go. There you go. So there it is. He's actually got it on right there. There it is. So you can actually see. There it is.
Boom.
There it is. For all your keychain reviews, check out the new channel launching very soon. Just kidding. All right, let's get this installed here. Finish the install here.
Might have to zoom out.
Oh, good call. No, it worked. Okay, there we go.
Lovely image of the back of your head.
There we go. Great shot of my head there. Okay, there we go. Okay, now we can put this all back on here. And that, oh, that's not on. There we go. And now we can get this in as well. Okay. It's always the thing that I have to do is like figure out how to. There it is. Okay, we did it. It's like a puzzle. And I got, look, I'm like stuck on my arm. Now I got to do all the other peels there, guys. The one that goes right through the center, this is what he's talking about right here. And by the way, guys, if you want to chat with Asus, they're in YouTube right now, but he's talking about right through the center of this is that whole heat pipe for Gen 5. Okay, so now we're going to do peel there. It should work for a Gen 4 as well. Peel here. Peel here. Peel there as well. I think that's all the peels for this one. We took that one off already, and we took that one off already when we benched. Oh, nope, oh, nope, I see one more peel, guys. There it is. All the peels are done. Very appealing. It's like that joke. I wonder how many times that joke's been used on this stream. A lot. A lot of very appealing jokes. So, okay, that's good. Now what we're gonna do, guys, is we are going to go ahead and get our RAM installed. So we have 64 gigs. It's over here. I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm just gonna walk in circles. It's a little bit, I'm a little bit discombobulated today. Okay. Yeah, the meter, we can't get the meter to work. Like, it seems to work really well for registering his car, but it doesn't seem to work really well for registering our RAM clicks. So, hey, what's up, Electrothermal? Also, Todd Stovall, what's up? One of my very, 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 very good friends, but does not live here anymore. He abandoned me. That's the way that I think of it. He just abandoned me. Okay, I'm gonna throw that in the corner. There we go. Okay, cool. So we are gonna put, we have not, yeah. We need to get, we're gonna get another blue one. We just haven't ordered it yet. Let's make this sure this is in the right spot. But we'll know if they're quality, I will say that the extra like connection stuff has kind of affected the sound. So it was one of those things that JJ was like, I wonder what this is gonna be like. So here we go. Yeah, it's just not as loud anymore. So it's more like solid because they've reinforced. JJ, what did you guys do? You did something to the RAM just to make sure it's better seated, and then the same thing to ensure connectivity, and it did change how this is now. So that is one thing That is one thing that they specifically and intentionally did to improve that. And I forgot what it was. And I want to make sure that I say it right versus just making stuff up. I disagree because it is currently sunny here. So Todd says, I moved to get to the sun. It is sunny here. It is sunny here. I don't know if they shackled it. Oh, the board has a different DRAM design exclusive to the Dash E and the Crosshair Maximus boards. It's called Nitro Path. Now, to be clear, that doesn't mean it drinks nitro brew, because that is not the same thing. But I do know that what it does is the connectivity is different, so the clicks are, for what it is, it's just, I don't know, it just goes in differently. And thank you very much of the stars. I'm glad that you appreciate the camera quality. I mean, we work on it. So we try to make it look better and better and better. We continue to work on it. Okay, so that is that. Now we need to put in our, like I said, top performing AIO right here, guys. This is literally, the Ryujin 3 is our best performing AIO, so excited to actually get to use this in a build. It's also got quite the unboxing experience, which I think is nice. Okay, so now what we need is, those are the fans, which we can take out. This is the fan. We gotta find the box of stuff. I think it's underneath, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's underneath here. Oh, it's right there. Never mind. Ha! It's right here. I knew it was somewhere. I was just trying to remember where. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here's the book for it, and then now we need the Intel stuff. Put this out of the way for now. So basically that new connectivity, and I'm quoting JJ here, is it basically allows for greater memory overclocking and headroom. Its reinformed DRAM slots are better prepared to withstand the wear and tear of RAM installation process than the traditional slot designs. And they did it specifically for me because they knew how much I love to install RAM. That's what I like to say. Okay, let's put this hefty board. Pop this in here, back here. There we go. And then we'll do a little slide mechanism there, right there. And then what we're gonna need is, not that, that's the magnets. What we need is this right here. Now he has actually opted to switch the fans for this build. But I mean, again, we haven't, they are TL fans, but I will say the ones that that Asus comes with, man, the Asus fans for this AIO are fantastic. So, but he wanted uniformity with his design. Why did I slide it like that? To make sure the bracket didn't fall off the back. So it's just literally sliding it just specifically so the bracket stays on. This one doesn't have sticky on it, so you have to kind of do stuff to make it stay. But also make it look good. You're welcome. I'm glad I could answer that. It's all about teaching individuals, passing on my knowledge to the World Wide Web.
What little wisdom you have.
I gotta look. I gotta look and see what the AIO. I don't remember if we benched. I think we tested the AIO, so we might have art. But do we have art suggestions? Remember, that was the one thing because my psychiatrist said I can't do thermal paste art anymore. So if we do have art, I need to know. Oh, okay. So Blondie was already ready. Fireworks is the paste. Now, can people explode from the fireworks? Can I kill ducks with the fireworks? Like, is that?
Can the fireworks go off in their hands?
Yeah. Figment said no. No killing ducks while putting... Okay, we'll make sure it has to be... It was just... The thermal paste art has been rather... the thermal paste art has been rather dark, but it's all good. So I do know one of these is the Intel one, and the other one, and I got to go look it up. So this is the bracket for AMD. These are the screws. These we won't need. We won't need that. I'll have to look that up here in a minute. Keep this stuff here. There we go. This is all stuff we'll need later. Little baggy, little baggy, little baggy. Wow, I literally threw that in the garbage and then it went back out. How is that even possible? It's just teasing me, bro. Okay. Justin here, I am here, Steven. Hi. Where would I not? You see me. You see me on this screen. Okay, let me see if it's pre-installed, because if it's pre-installed, I will leave it alone, because Asus actually makes really good thermal paste. If it's not, we will put some on. Nope, no, we have benched this, so yes, we will put thermal paste art. Thermal paste art time, guys. Here we go. I realize my halo light isn't on. Now it is. Now it's fully lit up like America. Okay, here we go. Thermal paste art, guys. Let's go to top down here. Did you see my revised email on a build? I haven't. I did see. Is this the one? You're gonna have to remind me which one, Steven. There was like 4 people who emailed. Which one is this? The Gulf one? Is this the SFF one? Which one is this? Okay, here we go. This is a 5080. SFF, yes, we did get that, which you don't need the drive anymore. You didn't want to use the drive. So yeah, we're working on the parts list now. So you should get that sometime today, based on your thing. So yeah, I'm excited to do that build, man. We haven't done an SFF. We did get, I want to let you know, we did hear from Fantex on their new SFF case. So we have one of those on the way. But if you have a particular case you were interested in, let me know. Okay, so there's our canvas. Okay, so there's our canvas right there. Okay, canvas. Canvas is ready for thermal paste art. But I am gonna say, one thing that is gonna change about thermal paste art, guys, is I'm going to draw it, but then I'm gonna reapply over it, because we've seen some inconsistencies with the temps. So just FYI, we're going to, when I'm done drawing, we have to make sure it looks clean and flat again. So, all right, so here we go. So here we are. So it's July 4th, okay, and we have our land here. So there's the land. And there's like an amphitheater here. Amphitheater. There you go. It's got like, there's the little amphitheater, and there's an orchestra playing music, and they're playing 1812 Overture, right? I mean, that's like such a good July 4th song, right? So you're like, there's a quarter note, there's a half note, there's a full note.
Where are the bombs?
Yeah, and then like there's fireworks going off. Choo 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 choo. There's another firework. Choo 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 choo. And then here, there's a little ducky. There's little ducks watching the fireworks, right? There they are. They're watching the fireworks. And there they are. And there it is. This beautiful little picturesque scene. But then, you know, there's a car there. There's a nice car. But he's being arrested because he's trying to steal fireworks, so the police are catching him, and he's running away. Ah! But nobody died. Everything was fine. It was completely safe. Everybody was okay. So there it is. There's my beautiful thermal paste, and then we just recover it up and make sure it's ready for actual thermal application. So that way it looks good and it still has good temps. Because nobody wants to sacrifice art for temps, yeah. No ducks injured, all fingers attached. But little did you know, there was actually this weird fog that kind of came over them, and everybody was smothered, and they all died by the weird, crazy fog.
No survivors.
It was no survivors. It was there was a Rainier exploded, and they were covered by ash.
Somebody lit Mount Rainier on
Yeah,
fire.
they thought that was a firework, and it was not. It was Mount Rainier. And so, is 1 inch of thermal paste too much? Yes, that is a lot. It always does. That's the problem, Prime. It just always turns dark. I try so hard. I try so hard to not have it. My shrink is talking to me about it. It's the whole thing. Okay, so everything is ready for the Mobo to go inside of the case. And yeah, okay. Number 2. Number 2 here. Oh, yeah. Oh, oh. Okay. First thing we're gonna do is strip it down. First we're gonna do is take a screwdriver out so I can strip it down. I'm too weak for this one screw. Gotta track it, guys. Remember, I gotta put this in my health tracker here for my functional training. So, okay, so there's that. Next one we're gonna do is, I think there's a screw. Nope, there's the screw's gone. We've already taken off. Thank you, team. Making sure that's gone. There we go. There's that. Boom. And the screw from the front is on. There we go. I have to get my magnet thing from underneath it. Ugh. Okay. Take this off. There's that one. Okay, next up, this one you don't have to take off, but it's fun. It really is just a little giant metal plate, but anything that makes it lighter feels like a win to me. Okay, and then on the back here, go ahead and pull this off. Just pops right off there. And there we go. And this one has only one, oh no, this has 2 USB 3, so we'll actually get to use all of them, which is great. And then the HD audio is multicolored. So everything there looks fine. We're gonna keep both of the drive things. And then we have lots of extra cables here, okay. And then the middle thing is here and magnetic, so we're good there. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the Mobo in. Let me grab the screws here. We're gonna get the Mobo in, and then once we get the Mobo in, before we do anything else, we'll just take all the time to get all of the, word I'm looking for is America. No, I'm gonna try and get all of the, fans in. That's the word I was looking for. Okay, so let's get these out, and then we'll work on the fans. Okay, so we can put this down. That out of the way. Okay, let's get this down. And then we'll get all our fans in. Oh! That was a really dumb place to put all the screws. But now I've moved them, so it's all fine. I was like, why did I do that? That was not very smart. Okay. Okay, so let's go to top down now. Whoops. You can stay on this one. Okay, so remember guys, we are going white with black, and that was an intentional design choice here. So that was, he wanted that, and that's his look. So don't be like, why is he doing that? He wants the parts to pop. So this was intentional for him. It's like a Panda build, essentially. Okay, there we go. That is in. Now to find all the screws here. I don't know if that's the right one, so we're gonna check. You gotta make sure you have the right screws here. I don't feel like the right ones, okay. Must be these. Yeah, they are there. Okay, found the right screws. There it is. Okay, there's that one. That one. There we go. Another one. it pops, right? Like I totally get it, right? And this is what I love about our hobby, is that people can, you know, make their choices and do their things, and the builds can look very different, right? It also will look different because of the choices he made, which I think is cool. So my name is Justin Robey, and I endorse this message. As weird as that sounds. The top black part in the back fell off back of the case. The top black part. Oh, no, it's just loose. It'll be fine. It's still there. When we'll secure all that stuff when we do the rest of the build. Okay, there we go. One more down there. Getting all the screws in. It doesn't fall out, yeah. It's just, it moves. So it allows, and one of the things, it's like I actually like the design of that more than some of the other ones where they don't do that. Because, I'm gonna use this one in a different one. Because you don't have to completely remove the drive tray. So you can just open it, work with your, you know, for instance, your 2 cables, and then, you know, call it a day, which I think is nice. Just need one more of the screws. There. Actually, I think I need 2 more. I think there's another one over here. If I'm not mistaken. I am not mistaken. I was right. There is another screw! I have found you! You tried to hide from me! But you've been defeated. If I like invented a PC building video game and screws were the enemy, like one of the main bosses. See, that one went in nicely. So kind. Okay, there we go. Hard drive is, I mean, the whole thing is in. I'm just gonna put all these other ones in here. And then now, guys, it's time to start the longer process, probably the longest process of the build, guys, which is going to be putting all of the drives in. Here we go. Oopsie, I just shot a screw somewhere. There it is, I found it. There we go. Okay, so that's all in. Now we're gonna do, guys, is start working on all the cases. See this thing? It comes out, see? Totally fine. And that's by design. You can, yep, that's actually just how it works. Okay. So you just have to kind of work around it. Okay, so let's start with the back. So we have reverse for the bottom and the back. So we're gonna grab 2 reverse fans. And there we go. And we have the rear fan as well. So we're gonna get all the fans in and get them in and done. And these are the wireless, which is actually pretty cool. Zip tie predictions up. How we doing likes on YouTube, guys? And then did we end up getting a level 5 hype train? I feel like we had so many, remember guys, we were gonna give more of those away. Okay, so here is all of the attachments. I actually haven't ever installed these before, so there's a little bit of, I'm gonna be learning here. And they do come with the wireless. Here's the wireless thing.
Is that the same wireless thing that we played with at their party in Taipei?
It doesn't have the little cap at the end, like the one that we played with. This one is actually, but this has the wireless module. So technically it's not. It's actually only $300 more expensive, 7.7. But I mean, again, some people, remember guys, just because you think it's different or not okay, doesn't mean that the individual, they like the look, they wanted an all Asus build, and they're okay with spending the money. So that's okay to them. Okay, there's the USB. I'm trying to get this out. Okay, this is the adapter itself. All right, so we have all of that out. We only need one wireless adapter. So we'll work through this. Okay, here is the extra. Okay, so here's all the fans. These fans are crazy. Yeah, we could have done 140s, but 120s will still look good. And these are the reverse fans with all the, like they give you so much, like Lian Li gives you so much stuff in their fan packages. Okay, finally unboxed. That was a whole ordeal. So how are we doing on likes though? 76. Keep hitting those likes, guys. There's 171 people here, so we'd actually have, if we had everybody hit that like, then we would actually have enough to give away the $15, right? So let's just go ahead, everybody hit those likes. Head over to youtube.com/Robeytech Live and hit those likes. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna kind of like lightly open this up. I just want to make sure I can get the peels at the end. There we go. Slides just together like that. And I think I can get to the peel. There's that one. There we go. Okay, I can get to those peels. And when I can get to that peel. Okay, good. I just want to make sure I can peel them when I get to that point. These I can peel now. Okay. I'm just going to start this. Perfect. Okay, cool. So all the peels should come out fine. Now, what we're going to do in my fan air in is 140 times 3, but not an AIO. Considering upgrading it. Are your temperatures bad? Okay, so I need this. And this is the connector at the end. Pretty cool. And the wireless thing is on it, which is pretty nice, right? Like there's no hub, anything like that, which is gonna be pretty crazy. So all I do is I pop this on here. Huh? Oh, put it right here. There we go. And that's all it takes. And that's, dude, isn't that nuts? It's pretty crazy. Okay, now we're gonna center this. Well, here, what do we do this actually? So we're gonna go here, unscrew right here, in the back. This will allow us to, there it is, take this out. And this, oh, forgot. There's a lot to this fan set. Now we take these out. There we go. Because it's all about looking as clean as humanly possible. There we go. And okay, there's that. Let me grab this thing. Put all these rubber things in here. Because he, well, may want those at some point in time. Okay, here we go. Gonna center these right in the middle here. There we go. Oh, that was literally, I don't know what that was. I was just like, did I just have a seizure or something? What the heck? All right, there we go. There it is, okay. Now, you don't actually have to in this case. I mean, obviously we're shipping this PC, so we're gonna put them all in, but you do not have to, if you do not want to, put all the screws in. The main reason that, because again, this is just gonna, it's the 4, and you've seen this with like fans from like NZXT and those guys, have made it so just having the 4 in would be more than enough if you wanted to. There is no negative for putting all of them in if you wanted to either. We're gonna put them all in because we wanna make sure that as he ships, if there's any kind of slippage or anything like that, we don't have any problems with that. Okay, and then one more. There we go. Perfect. But you don't have to do that. Yeah, or you move it a lot at home, right? There's, oh, crud. There was one rubber thing that I forgot to get out. It was like, aha! It doesn't work that well with these screws because they're pretty, you need a lot of torque. So you can use it on radiators and stuff, but yeah, these are actually pretty hefty screws here. There we go. I wish Lian Li would use the same fans that the Corsair IQ Links use. Love those fans, love those screws. The single, they just take one single turn. So nice. But no, you're gonna watch me put in all the screws and you're gonna like it, guys. You're gonna enjoy this riveting fan installation content. Look at that, see? You guys are enamored by the wrist work. That's good, you're learning. I'm all about it. There we go. Slowly working through there. Getting them all in. And then we have only one more kind of set to go through after this, which will be the bottom ones. And then all in all, like then it goes, we get back to kind of normal speed build here. But I will say this is still better than having to install individual fans, and the overall cable management for this is pretty ludicrous. It is pretty close to IQ in terms of all you need is a single PWM to power the whole thing. It's pretty neat. Okay, there we go. Okay, so first fans, and now we can just go ahead and do the peels here. Once they're on. go. Boom. Okay, so we won't touch those. And now we can wrap this around here. I think it goes this way. There we go. And then I'm just switching the direction of the cable here. So that's what I'm doing right here at the top. That way you can run it and then it's coming out the right way. Okay, there we go. So now, we got that. There we go, perfect. Okay, now we got that. We can slide this in like this. And the first set of fans are ready. Ooh, that almost slipped out of my hand. Might be better for it to go, figure out the right order here. That's okay. I think that's gonna be okay. And then especially if we keep it straight, and plus the AIO should be cover some of that, so we should be okay right there. I guess I could try. I don't know if I have the link though. Let's try this though. We'll try this. I think this will work better. We'll just go down and through here. That'll be fine. And then we have plenty of room to get it here. Okay, so we'll just do that because that way you can't see the cable. There we go, three fans in. Okay, so now bottom one. I think this one I just loosen here. There we go, right there. This one right here. There we go. And then we'll take that out. Okay, next set of fans. There we go, and there we go. Okay. Boom. Okay, now you have a backup wireless, which you don't have to disconnect or take out. Oh, and then, oh, wow, that's cool. So actually all I have to do is use one of these and then I don't even have to worry about it. So that just comes off the power supply. Cool. That's really neat. There's those. Extra box, extra that. Oopsie. There we go. Lots of little extras that come with all these. Okay, now take this out. It's pretty crazy that these actually like all come in bubble wrap. Like they're really nicely packaged. John O'Leary, send me an email and we can look at that for sure. I just need to go look. but I'm pretty sure there probably is one. I just gotta go give it a gander. I don't know off the top of my head. But I'm sure we can, yes. There we go. Oh, really? Are they on season 2 or of the Sandman? Ooh, sorry. I just attacked him. What I'm doing is I'm just making sure that I can peel these. There we go. Last one. Okay, everything there looks good. And now we got to flip it over. Do the same thing. Now I'm not going to forget one of these rubber grommets here. I'm going to try and watch Jurassic World, the new Jurassic one. I'm hoping to watch it this weekend. I started learning that I'm okay with going to movies by myself. You know what I mean? I do not know 7-7. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be the next few weeks. I think it's like usually if I was going to guess, you're talking about holiday. Even though they're talking about leaks, I don't think they'll be out because they just announced the 50/50. So I'm guessing Supers won't be out for, and I'm guessing Supers won't get announced till November, and then they'll start releasing in around holiday time or September. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of their MO. Okay, let's get this out. I think it's so crazy. This is the only cable you need. So neat. Okay, let's put this on. It's gonna have to go like this. Okay, there it is. Now, want that towards the back. So we're going to center this in the center. And that's going to be right in this, I'm going to be right in the center right there. Okay, this I'm going to have to remove the peel now, or I'm not going to be able to get it off. Because it's blocked here in the back. There we go. Okay. Might as well just do them both. Just do them all. Let's get it all done. Okay. All the peel's done. After this, all we have is the rear fan, guys. Okay. And then just need to cut these. Just always got to kind of deal with the number of fans, right? When especially with these like large builds with lots of fans, it just takes a little bit of time just to get through. Ooh, stab myself in the hand. That's good. Just got to get through all the fans here. There we go. Okay. Woo. After this, we just have AIO, which is nice. And then the cables, it's like kind of back to the regular. It's like almost back to our regular scheduled programming here pretty soon. There we go. Putting these in now. Working our way through, working our way downtown, screwing in fans. It's gonna be a load of fun now. 105 likes, guys. Keep going. Almost 200 people here now. Just 200 folks, so let's keep it going. We have 194 on Twitch alone, so let's keep it going, guys. Get those likes in. Remember, because then we'll give away gift cards. Also, what happened? Sorry, did we hit level 5 hype train? I thought like we got all those subs going, and then I don't know if it ever happened, right? Because remember, if we get a level 5 hype train, well, it'll be 10. That's 10 right there. No, okay. Did we even hit hype train? Did we train the hype as Falcon calls it? There we go. Oh shoot, there it is. So it never even started. No choo-choo. Joshua was hyped though. He was hyped. Well, keep on going, dude. You'll get there. If you save, you can get, like, it's amazing. If people just save, it doesn't take that long to get the part. Like, even if you even like my son, what he's doing with his, like, second construction gig, like, he wants to do some upgraded parts, and it's amazing if you save, how much you can actually, like, how fast you can do stuff. It's just some people just don't have the discipline to actually save for this stuff. They're like, yeah, I'm going to save. And then they're like, and I went to the movies, and I bought Starbucks 83 times, and it's like, okay, well, that's not saving. That's called, I don't know what that's called. It's not called saving. There we go. Okay, so that's in. But if people actually save, then they're able to do it. Okay, so 3 fans in there, 3 fans in the bottom, 3 fans on the top. Feels like a song there. 3 fans on the bottom, 3 fans on the top. There we go. 1 more down here. And then now we have is the rear fan. Guys, we're so close. So close. Almost taste it. Okay. 1 more rear fan and we've got it. Okay, this thing is interesting because this is the USB. I think this can go anywhere, right? Oh, it literally can be or it plugs into the back here. Feels like there should be an adapter for this, but maybe I didn't place it, because that just looks like it's got a giant USB in the back. See what other cables we got here, just to make sure I didn't miss something. I don't see anything else here. This is the other wireless adapter. Because it's all this, and this is USB to USB, but it feels like there should be an adapter for this. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Oh, there is an adapter on this. Okay, never mind. I just am stupid. Okay, cool. Good to know. I'm just dumb. Okay, so there is an adapter on this. Oh, I just put them both away. That was good. And it uses 2 USB. Now this has 3 USB, which is awesome. So we'll take this, and then this plugs into here. Looking for just like this. There we go. Okay, and then now we can put this inside. Somewhere. We'll figure that out here in a minute. It's not magnetic. So you might stick it up in one of the drive trays or something like that. We'll show that here in a minute, but we're gonna have to route that here. Okay, let's get our last fan in. And then we can start doing just normal build stuff again. We're almost to building again, guys. Just been putting fans in. A Robeytech petting zoo? Okay, what is even happening right now? I look away for 1 second, and all of a sudden people are planning petting zoos. Max numbers fans I've seen on a PC is probably the one that I did for, oh my gosh, what is his name? Dude, it was like...
The guy in the military?
No, it was the one with dual tray. It was a Corsair build. It was, dude, it was so many fans. Because it was push pull on all those radiators. It was a water cooled build. Cyber something. Anyway, I forgot his name, but there was like, I think there was like 27 fans. It was.
That's what I remember.
Yeah, it was like 27 fans. Yeah. Yes, entheogenic V2. Yes, it does. It works on all. It does. You do not need an ASUS motherboard to use it. In fact, you don't have to use all ASUS parts together. Dude, it was so many fans on that build. And the cable management, it was like 4 Corsair fan hubs. It was so crazy. So crazy. Yeah.
We did a big video on it. It was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
3 or 4 years?
Yeah, it was a long time ago. In a galaxy far, no, actually it was the same galaxy. It was really close. The galaxy was not far. It was right here. Just felt like the right thing to say. Oh, dad joke. But it had a lot of fans. I want to do a 9,000, and actually they've asked me to do a 9000D build. I'll have to think about it. That would, I mean, that's like, I couldn't do that in a stream, right? Like, it'd have to be like multiple streams. I don't know if Brian would be up for like a 14-hour stream. He would die.
Why would it take so long?
It's like 2 PCs in one, and like it can hold like 40 fans, and it would take so long. And it's water cooled.
Yikes.
So Brian says he's excited about when we do that.
Maybe me and Connor take turns.
Yeah, tag. It's like Le Mans, but for PC building.
Can you handle a 14-hour stream?
Yeah, I have. I've done 24. Today at the bank, an old woman asked me to check her balance, so I pushed her over. There it is right there. At the bank, an old lady asked me to check her balance, so I pushed her over. There we go. Oh, come on. Like too anal. I'm like, garbage goes in there. Good and rude. That's what. Well, it worked, right? We know her balance now.
Not good.
Not good. Her balance is not good. She has not good balance. Okay, let's peel this. Yeah, that was what was on the news. Yeah, it was just about a dude checking up people's balance. Oh, somebody wants a Robeycat visit. Okay, I'll have to find a good time. Maybe during cable management. That seems like it'd be an ideal time for a Robeycat visit. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's get this last fan in, guys. Okay, so when I looked and started the fans, it was before 2 p.m. And we were at the last fan, and it's gonna be 30 minutes of fan installation. Well, no, she said check my balance, not check my bank balance. Sorry, that's gotta be kind of key, because if you said check my bank balance, I wouldn't push the ball, I wouldn't push the bank, it was fine. Had good balance, solid balance there. I have to ask. I need to go follow up. Because I do want to do a build in that one. That's like that case he's talking about, the Silverstone, it looks like an old school PC case. It looks like a kind of a fun build. I wonder if we move this up, because I think we want it probably a little bit higher there. There we go. There we go there. The last of the fans that aren't attached to AIOs. So it's kind of an end of an era here on this build. And by the way, guys, after this stream is done, that is not the end. We still have the Night Rain stream tonight. with myself, Sergeant Nobody. We're gonna be dropping a boss, I'm hoping. So we're gonna be playing some new tunes. That's gonna be happening tonight at 6 p.m. So make sure you tune in for that. And that's happening after the build stream. We're testing my stamina. See how it does. Okay, cool. So there's all the fans in. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, guys, so we're gonna start running all of our cables and getting all of that stuff done. Okay, so build always looks better when you start getting fans in it. Okay, so we got all of our, now we're gonna start running all of our cables here. So first one we're gonna grab here is USB-C. It's gonna go right here. There we go. Okay. Next one we're gonna grab here is the USB 3.2. It's gonna go right here. Probably zip tie those together. Okay, next one. Is we got this other USB-C. And that one is gonna come out at the bottom here. Now let me just see where it's gonna be best to come out here. It's right here on the side. So it's actually gonna come out right here and then go around, and that's gonna go right here. So that takes care of all of our connections there. I'm gonna run this up. Run this up and then it's just gonna look better. There's our USB-C. Okay, so there's all those now. Okay, next up on the, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do this one that way too. Sorry, I'm just running the back. I'm making sure cable management in the back is right. So it's just a little bit of extra effort here, just to make sure. Okay, and this is gonna come out like that. Stupid, terrible music thing. There we go. Okay, so now this went down and then it goes, oh, this one's gonna go down like that, which is fine. We'll zip tie that here in a minute so it just stays nice and clean. And this one, no, that's why, hold on. Work on that here later, okay. This one, I don't know if it's gonna have enough room. Oh no, it's gonna be fine, okay, perfect. There we go, okay. There we go. I'm working at here is just making sure that the cables are the right direction and look good, look clean. Okay, so I'm gonna do a couple zip ties right here at the edge here, just to make sure that this looks nice. Okay. The reason I'm doing this is I just really want these cables to be tight together, right? As we work on making sure things look nice. Okay, so now we have RGB cable. This is our front panel connection. So let's run the front panel here to the front there. So that's gonna go right there. Then we also have an RGB cable here too. Okay, front panel is gonna go right up here to there. Perfect. There's our front panel, looks nice and clean. Isn't quite the, why is it twisted like that? That's annoying. There we go. That's better. Okay, cool. Okay, RGB. I think we should have an RGB slot, right? Ooh, look at that. It's like it was meant to be here. There we go. I don't know why RGB. There's 3 holes, and it's like the most difficult plug. I swear, I don't understand why. I keep double checking, like, hey, am I dumb? Like, do I have it lined up right? And I do. I absolutely have it lined up right. There we go. Okay. It took a lot more work than it should have. Okay, then these are all the, okay, so these, we have, okay, next one we're gonna run is these are the 2 USB cables for the wireless hub. So we're gonna run the wire, so this is the wireless Lian Li hub for the wireless TL fans. So, oh, we're just gonna hold, so this is the wireless hub for the wireless TL fans. And we have a, oh, it looks like a fan header. And we have a USB. So I'm gonna run that. I think we're gonna run these real quick. So USB is gonna come out down here. We're gonna run that right there. There we go. There's our USB. And then we're gonna take our fan header, just for now. We're gonna run this as one of the CPU fans. So in other words, the CPU fan won't run an error. And then we'll use the AI, well, yeah, because all of the TLs, including the ones on there, are still gonna run off of this too. So, okay, so there's all of our fans. And we'll probably do something like, I'll figure out where to place that here in a minute. And I'm trying to see if there's anything else. That's a cable, oh, HD audio. Let's do our HD audio cable. So that HD audio cable is gonna come down over here. And that's gonna go right there. There we go. Okay, so there's all of our cables plugged in. Let's look at kind of cleaning things up and figuring out where stuff is gonna go. And then we can do our AIO, guys, but all of our cables are plugged in. I'm really looking at this one set here. Well, no, it's fine. It looks good, okay. Thought it looked worse than it did, but it doesn't. I think if I do one more, I think I need to do one more cable zip tie right near the edge here. This is just to make sure that these cables stay super clean. So I'm just gonna do one right here. And the purpose for this is just to make sure that this stays taut. We don't want these to be, we want these to stay clean looking. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay, boys and girls, that is all of the front panels plugged in. Let's get this on its face and start working on cable management here. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take all of these, zip tie that up, and then kind of put this away. I think it's a lot of people's Fridays. How many people actually, so I had to drive to Bellevue today to pick up my car because it got a chip on the windshield. And by the way, I learned that some people will replace their entire windshield when they get a chip. And I was like, wait, what? It was crazy. So anyway, that is neither here nor there. So I went there, and usually if I was gonna do that drive, it'd be 35, 40 minutes, probably. But it was like 20 minutes because there was no traffic. There was nobody. And I was like, man, there must have been a lot of people who got the 4th off. So I don't know, I mean, so who got the 3rd off, right? and this ended up being like a much bigger holiday. So I'm wondering, did anybody else end up with like also having the third off? Okay, that one's already kind of managed here.
I remember when I was driving for the Mariners, it was like always nice when everybody else had the day off because you had like, you know, wide open lanes. But then you're like, but everybody else has it off. Like,
yeah, they're not
still working.
You're still working. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, like, I don't know if anybody else. I did not dip my chip. I did not take a bite of a chip either. It was literally there was a semi truck that kicked up a stone and put a little chip in my windshield, and I was like, well, I'm gonna get this fixed, right? Because I don't want to have that. And the other two is like, if you don't tend to it, it'll like it'll grow, and it's like, so I was like, no, I don't want to do that. But then I was talking to the guy at my service manager, who I've had the same service manager who manages all my cars, and he was like, yeah, he's like, some people just will pay to replace it. But then I came to find out, and he told me, he's like, hey, you made the right call. That apparently, like in the state of Washington, if you were to get your windshield replaced, it will actually count as a front end collision damage, right? So it'll go on the Carfax as like you actually had front end collision damage. So I'm really glad. He was like, yeah, you made the right call, and you should. It's a good thing you didn't do that. And I was like, yeah, no kidding, that would have sucked. 'Cause I don't want that on my car's record. You don't want that on your car's permanent record. That's gonna go on your permanent record, son. Okay, so those are put away now. Just getting these cleaned up. Okay, so now is the part where I can daisy chain these three into one cable, and then I'll just kind of get everything into the spine here. Yeah, it happened in the West Coast. It was just, I was driving on I-5, and then I heard it, and then I didn't see it, and then like when I got home, I was like, oh snap, that is a chip in my windshield. And then I sang a song. It's called Chip in My Windshield. I wrote it, it was beautiful. It's a ballad. It'll be on my greatest hits album soon. Okay, so there's all the cables for all these. And the cool thing about this is this has like this interesting, okay, so we'll have that go underneath. It says that cool, so this is now all my fans are all powered via this. No, it looks okay. I mean, this one sounds normal. This sounds like it's normally bad. Like, so it's not abnormally bad. Okay, let's get these. I'm gonna just start working on getting these cleaned up. Which always takes a little bit of time. So thank you for your patience, guys, but you know, this is what we want. We want it nice. One of these days I'll have to come chip your windshield. Don't chip my windshield. I don't want it. I don't want my windshield chipped. I just got finished fixing my windshield being chipped. Don't come chip my windshield. That's like me threatening to use Fartworks on Blondie's ducks. I would not hurt the quackers, Blondie. And I did rescue, I just want it to be known publicly that I did rescue an entire family of ducks on Petrovisky. I'm a duck savior. Just saying. Okay, so we're working through, this is like the cable management portion of said stream. And then somehow, okay, there we go. So the cable management on this is gonna be pretty straightforward. It stacks, right? So it's stackable. All of the, it's a stackable chamber. Also, the PSU is pretty tiny, which is actually kind of nice. So all I want to do is just make sure that I have like a ready to go SATA connection here. There you go. And then we'll take care of that. Do this. Okay, and then we're gonna kind of take this whole thing down like so. Okay. And that'll take care of all the wireless stuff. And all the fans are all now under control. There's our cable for the SATA, which is awesome. We have another SATA connection right here, which will be great. So those will both connect right together. I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do with that. I might just have it kind of sit up. I think maybe just having it sit in there so it's close to the rear fan, I think is gonna be the best call there. And for now, we'll just create a, because we can't run that in, so I'm just gonna zip tie that. Sometimes it's like one of these dual chamber cases that can't be all tight. You have to like think of zip tie, you have to think of everything in 3 dimensions, right? You're like, okay, this is just gonna sit here because if he wants to move the wireless, he can. Just use this down here. We will have cable extensions, so there we go. Nice stacked. Okay, there we go. Everything here looks good. We're gonna do one more in the middle, and then that'll kind of take care of the last of this like little, like what I can do for preliminary. This is like the preliminary cable management section. Okay, preliminary cable management done. There we go. That looks good. That looks good. And then again, this will just be covered. So again, what we really want to do is just make sure that whatever we have is really clean on this side. So what we'll probably do just to make this look nice is just go ahead and do one more bit right there. This is just to finalize the, oh, that's not a, that's because that's not a screw, that's not a cable. All right, there we go. And that'll make sure that this side looks good. Looking for cleanliness. Our cable runs. Okay, cool. And that'll just make sure that when this is done, because these will be under here like this, right? Turdog, thank you for the sub. So when that's like that, you see what I mean? It's just gonna look really, really clean. Okay, looks like we just want to do one more right there. Just to kind of finish off the cleanliness here. There you go. There you go. And so that looks nice and everything looks nice and clean that way. So that's what I'm trying to make sure, because when his PSU's here, that's all you'll really see is just that, right? And it just looks very, very kind of put together, which is great. All right, so that's done. Now we need to do our AIO. Ooh, okay. You ready? Go. Ugh, so light. Did I mention that? Cables look good on the front. Okay, okay, AIO time. Ryujin 3, but we're gonna be using different fans. We will give him the other fans. So put those in the box. There we go. We'll give him his little credit card, which I think you can get Starbucks with this. I think this is Starbucks. You can get Starbucks with that. You get 37 free lattes with every purchase of your ROG Ryujin. Yeah, that actually is a signed by the community because I was it was signed by the Halo Council, but I was the director of player voice on Halo Infinite, and so that is a signed Master Chief helmet from. I was in game development for 20 years, so yeah, that's what that is. Yeah, you'll actually when we get to the new studio. There'll be probably a lot of those things because I have a lot of that kind of. I have a lot of that kind of. I have a lot of very iconic, like who made this Xboxes, all that sort of stuff because I worked at Xbox for. They were the ROG Magnetic fans, but I just put them inside of the. I put them inside of his motherboard box, so if he ever wants to switch back, he can. Okay, so we're just going to take this out for now. Oh, yes. By the way, guys, please, if you haven't had a chance, head over to the Robeytech Discord server. There's a bunch of, like, competitions, great place to meet other tech and PC enthusiasts. It's honestly, it's such a great community. And, you know, honestly, like, she runs, like, picture competitions. Like, I'm on there all the time now. So it's a great place if you want to just chat with me or talk about tech or maybe talk about PC builds or learn about that stuff. Great place to do that. So discord.gg/Robeytech. Let's drop the link and go give it a follow and go be a part of an amazing community. There we go. Before I put this away, because I don't want to open the box 83 gajillion times, because I'll be like, oh, I forgot something. So there we go. Okay, there's the screen. Okay, so let's grab our last set of fans. We do not need those. We do not need these. We do not need this. Not need that. I do need this. $139, guys. We only need what? 11 more likes, and then we'll at least give away a $15 NUA gift card. So let's do that. Come on, guys. Let's go hit those likes, because then we'll failed.
You've already got 76 browser tabs open. What's one more?
Yeah,
right?
what's one more? Yeah, just hit that like.
Okay.
I'm for this one just because the radiator is way easier when you take the plastic things off. I'm doing as many fans as I can. There we go. There we go. Where is it? Oh, there it is. That's not true about the cuddling. I think it's scary. Did I play something? I just did, just now. Did you not hear it? Did you not hear Robeycat? There are more fans. I wonder if... Hold on, hold on. Oh, that's why. Hold on. Let me test to see if this works. Hold on. Where is the thing? Nope. Oh, that's terrible. Okay. Hold on, I'm fixing it. It like reset them all. Okay, so it should be working here in a minute. Almost there. I have to like fix them all. All right, so that should be fixed now. So now if I do this, I'm just gonna pause this. Okay, so now if I do this, and I hit the button, you should hear it. It might be really loud, so I'll fix that if it does. Okay, there we go.
Robey cat, yeah. Where you at? You're a feline human hybrid who's mostly cat. You can see him sitting there near a stack of fans.
Hey, what's up, Barry?
Likes to cuddle with the zip tie.
Okay, so it does work. Mostly loud. Okay, so it's really loud. Okay, it took some work. Okay, let me see how loud it was, because I'll hit the button and just oops, that's not the right button. Let's try this one more time, and then I'll see and then I'll fix it. What the deuce? Exit. Little things where we fix them. Okay, here we go. Robey cat one more time. Where's the dad joke? Okay, here we go. Okay. Stupid button. Oh, yeah, I gotta hit the button. Here we go. One more time.
You're a feline human hybrid who's mostly cat.
There you go.
can
Okay.
see him sitting there near a stack
Now
of
we're fixed.
fans.
Now we're fixed. Okay.
Likes to cuddle with the
Sorry about that,
zip
guys.
tie.
It was just, I promised it, and then we had to execute, and it was a pain. You guys were there for that entire process. So sorry about that, but it's fixed now. Fixed and worth it. Okay, here you go, sir. And sorry, Ari, I didn't dance. Honestly, I'm just trying to get through this build. It's so long, but it's good. It just takes a lot of time. There we go. Okay. Okay, there. Okay, now, for this one, I have to take all of these off, because I got to put it on the radiator. That's awesome, Light. How did it go? And how are you, Ari? Oh, that reminds me. Got to hit the play on the music again. Yeah, the fans are awesome. It just takes a little bit. It's just, they've done such a good job. There's just a lot of little pieces to make things kind of come together, right? So it's like taking off all the rubber things, and just a little bit of extra effort, but totally worth it in the end. Yeah, no wires either. There's one. There's a wire that comes off of it. I actually have the ones that actually have the pack that you can actually go completely wireless. Okay, these go in here, but that's those. The other ones are going to go back on. Okay, so now we flip this over, and we do it again. But these are going to go back on once we put the screws in. And the other fans are reversed, so these are actual standard fans. There we go. 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 Done. Okay, now let's undo this. Have you ever worn both? Have you ever worn both your mechanic shirt and your Robeytech hoodie in the same outfit? No, that's never That would be, if I did that, it would literally warp time and space. So, and the world would end. So yeah, I don't want to cause the world to end, but potentially if people pay me enough, I could incite Armageddon. Just let me know. If you're ready for the second coming, just give me a call. I can make it happen.
It would have to be real cold.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to be putting this in like this, which means I need this fan. Let's do this way, okay. Just making sure I'm putting the fans correct. It's gonna go like that. That'll be sitting in there like that, and the screen will way towards the back, and we are good, okay. All right, so I just had to make sure my stuff was in the right place. Whereas I was like, there seems like there's a peel on there, and there was. And I found it, and I succeeded. Okay, next up, we just gotta put our screws in. Now this one, Mr. Brian, we can use the wow stick. Are these all off? Nope, see? I was like, after all that work, and I was like, oh yeah, they're all off. They weren't. Okay, now we're just gonna get all the screws in. Get all those on. What's up, Jimmy? Metal Octopus, thank you for the sub. How are we doing likes on YouTube, guys? 230 people here. We're almost to 250, which is awesome. Getting those numbers back up again because we've been more consistent with the streaming. We had almost 500 yesterday, which was awesome, or Tuesday, which was great. 154, we've unlocked a $15 one, yeah. Okay, guys, next one, next one is $20. Just got to get to 200 likes, so don't forget, go hit that like. Okay, now we're gonna put these on, cover these all up. I feel like maybe these have to go a little bit tighter, hold on. I just want to make sure those stay on. I would say when you get the build, please look, because these might fall out in shipping. So then just look around and find them. They seem to snap in pretty good, but if you see any missing, they're probably falling out. Definitely looks better with them, you know? I think if they weren't the ones that had the extra, I don't know. It's hard to tell if these particular screws are causing it additional like pain or not, but there we go. A little bit more, one more down here in the corner, and then we finally have our AIO ready. Okay, there we go, AIO's ready. I need that. Okay. I think this is okay. Go over there. Okay, another lift here. Ugh. Ugh. Now, this also has a cool bracket here. There we go. There we go. So this is going to be going like that, okay. It's looking good, guys. Oops. Unplugged my pack. And I can't find my pack. Oh, it's right there. Sorry. Oh, I thought the music stopped at the right. I was like, oh no, it's broken.
In between songs.
Okay. We are almost. Okay. Get this finished. This is one thing where the WoW stick makes this easier. We are almost there, guys. After this, it's just basically getting it on, and then PSU and GPU, which is going to be always the fun part. So, and then the cables. So, but it's kind of like one of the longer things. Honestly, this doesn't have too much in terms of installation that it needs too, right? Because it's just like pretty straightforward. Okay. Now, there we go. All right, so now let's run the cables here. So this one, weirdly enough, just decided it was going to go. So we'll have this run up here, which is great. It ended up going lower than I thought it would, which is cool. So run this one up here. Like that. Come out right here. We should have a couple fan headers up here. We do. Perfect. It's gonna go right there. Goes perfect. Cure that problem. Okay, so there's our AIO fans installed, and then this needs to get put down. So I can install the actual AIO now. Let's put this back on. There we go. One more. Right there. Perfect. Okay, guys. Let's get this mounted. Man, this build looks so good. Just like it's funny because like you kind of work on something and then all of a sudden you like get it done and you're like, man, this looks so good. Okay, so the only question I now have to figure out is which screws am I supposed to use? There's 2 different screws, so look that up real quick. Oh man. Okay, so it's the non-slotted ones. Okay, cool. So I want these. There we go. 1. 2. 3. Last one. 4. There we go. And this just goes until it stops, which is nice. There we go. Oh, that's a good question, Blondie. What color is your RGB going to be? Because then we can set it up. So I know. There we go. Okay, so that's all there. Nice solid look there. Okay, so now just got to run this. This is going to go right here. We'll run all these down, so those are. Key part here is to run this. There it is. Dang it. Stay with me, dude. There we go. Okay, cool. Thanks for that. And then now, last part, screen. Oh, also goes up here and down. Okay. That was all of the kind of time intensive parts of the build are now really done, which is good. So now let's get the fun, it's all the fun stuff now. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this little group right here. We're gonna zip tie all of that closed. I need to make this apparently more loose because I keep Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're just making sure that these all stay flat at the top. There you go, and that'll keep nice and flush, right? Looks good on the other side here. Yep, it's all nice and flush there. And then that's what we did is we just zip ties these down. So then we have this one cable. This is gonna run down over here. It's gonna come out down here, so it'll plug into there. And then I think that's it, guys. I think that's all the cables. Yeah, that's it. That's the last cable. The other ones are all plugged in. Okay, so we'll run over here to the front, Mr. Brian. Take this one right here. This is our Ryujin cable. Goes right like that. And there we go. So now all of our cables are connected. Just gonna cable manage what little bit we have left. And then go from there. Oh, it's very close, guys. So what we'll do is we'll go and just do this. I need to go to my actual real cable group now and use these. There we go. Take care of that. Okay. There you go.
I like that name, Winter Wolf. That's cool.
The what?
Zenu said it goes with the name of the build, Winter Wolf.
Well, that's a good name.
That's pretty cool.
There you go. Okay. Now, a lot of these will get stacked underneath the PSU cables that are going to be coming up here pretty soon. So we're going to do the PSU next, and then we'll run our extensions and put in our GPU last, it looks like, this time. There we go, there we go.
Metal Octopus is asking, what's the one that isn't connected?
Which one?
The one that isn't connected. connected?
There's only these two, which are SATA. These two are SATA connections. These are power that power all of these. These ones, this one and down here, these are for if you had 3.5-inch drives and you wanted to connect those in, but we didn't wire those up. Everything else should be connected. Yeah. But those are SATA connections. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and throw our PSU in because everything else is going to run off of extensions. So we'll go ahead and put this in. Beautiful ROG Strix 1200 watt platinum PSU. Ooh, it's got stickers.
Hey.
Dang, those are big stickers too, dude. You get a big sticker plate for that one.
Those look premium too.
They're really nice stickers. Okay, so now what we need, here's your box of stuff. Don't need that. You need this. There's all the screws and more zip ties. Okay, there's our screws. There's beautiful cables that we get for this, which would be the nice ones. Yep, they are. There's your power supply cable, which we'll put in your box so you have that when you get it. Probably keep that. Okay, so now we grab our Strix PSU, which is nice and kind of tiny, I'll be honest. Look at it. Really nice looking PSU. Oh, that one's not so bad, Brian.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not so bad. It's like a roasted human soul. That's what it smells like. There it is right there. And that's you, sir. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna work on, smells like victory, that's right. Okay, so we need our, actually, we have our extension here, and this is a 600 watt, just regular extension. I think this will plug in its place. Yeah, this is a full 1600 watt. This is a full, yeah, this is a full length extension. Okay. Oops, didn't work at all. Okay. Okay, so here's our 16 pin right there. So we don't need it for this one. So just put that back in the bag. This is a CPU, and they actually made the color match the CPU, which is actually pretty neat. There we go, CPU. Don't need that. This is another CPU. We'll go and, I don't like to put them both in. If he wants to add that later, he can. Just keeps the CPU from getting too much juice, which it doesn't need. Okay, this is Molex. Ooh. SATA, I like. Okay, we need those, 2 of those. It's perfect. Okay, so I have one CPU, one SATA. I need a 24 pin, and that's it, right? Those are all not what I need. I just need this one. The rest of these can go in here. There we go. Okay, so 24 pin. Boom. Okay, so there's all of our cables. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, guys, is power. Oh, there we go. And power. There we go. Perfect, those are in. There's that one. And then we have our SATA. Just gonna go right here. There we go. CPU. Then we have our 16 pin. Our sense cable. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. There it is, guys. Let's get them started. There we go. Perfect. Couple more. Okay. So PSU is secured. Boom. Now, let's get our cable extensions on here, but one thing we can add real quick. We can do this, get these out of the way. Let's route this right. I'm gonna route this one right here. That'll give all of our fans power. There we go. And then we have one more right here, which will be the last. This is like, I think, the case RGB. There we go. There you go, right there. Get that wrapped, there we go. There's that one, perfect. Okay, so there's those. Now what we're gonna do is we'll figure out how all this stuff routes here in a minute. This one we actually know, but I wanna go ahead and get my Asia horse cables. There we go. There we go. Okay. Asia horse cables.
Seems like the delay on this one is super long.
That one?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just because it's behind. I refreshed, it'd be fine. There we go. Okay, let's get these in. Yep. Okay, so we need one of these and one of these. Okay, Asia horse kit done. It's gonna make it look nice now. Oh. Don't rip that out, that'd be bad. Okay, so now what we need to do is get our cable combs on for this.
Start a timer.
This one isn't, these are not bad. Normally I would say yes, but these ones actually are pretty easy to put on. I've got lots of practice with these ones. Man, those Lian Li ones, whew, they are brutal. See, they just kind of pop in, like one right after the other. You can just kind of like follow the... The Lian Li ones, man. Ooh, nightmares, I'll tell you. Nightmares, guys, from the last time we did the Lian Li ones. The only thing you gotta do is make sure that you don't put them on upside down. That is something that I have done way too many times. I'm like, no! There we go. One more here. There it is. Okay, guys, last of those. We just have a couple to put on the CPU, and then we'll be good. And once this is done, all we have to do, after the little cable management section here, is just route the GPU cable and cable manage that in. And that's kind of it. Okay. It's gonna go right here. There we go. Pull this down and through. There we go. Okay. Then in the back here, what I'm going to do is just quickly zip tie, not zip tie, Velcro in the extension here so it gets controlled. Still look good? Yep, that was great. Perfect. Okay, so now let's grab this one. And this one just needs a couple. And then we're gonna have all of our cable combs on. There we go. This one. And there we go, that's all those. Plugs in right there. There we go. Okay, pull that through. Okay. Now those look, how's that look? Looks good. Sure, it just has like a straight angle and we're good. Okay, now, ladies and germs, time to do the last little cable management here. This is just where we're very close to having this build finished. Plug that in right there. Might need the longer. Longer zip ties. Had so much problems with this. There it is. I like the music. See, it helps keep me motivated through the building. There we go. No, I'm not trying to pick my butt. I'm literally trying to plug in my IFB. I don't even know what IFB stands for. Internal Fartbacher? No. You know what IFB stands for? Anybody know what IFB stands for?
I always use the IEM, which is in-ear monitor.
Yeah, I've already called an IFB though too.
Yeah, I don't remember what that term is.
This is an XL, yes. Interruptible fold back. Oh. Said interruptible foldback is apparently what it stands for. Okay. Okay, guys, almost there. You guys have made it through so much. Thank you very much for all of your patience as we get that. Like, these builds are, they're a little marathon-y. Now, it's funny, I remember back in the day when most of the builds that we did used to take this amount of time. It's just because there was a time when there was just so many people who wanted, like, Lian Li was kind of innovating and everybody just kind of wanted Lian Li o11 builds. And it's not that I'm bummed that time has come. It just, when you do as many fans in a showcase build, it just takes a while to do this. And so I appreciate that people stuck around through all the fan installations and all that sort of stuff. But it, you know, and it'll result in something that's actually very beautiful, I think, in the end. Irritable fart box, that could be it too. What do you mean invitation for bid? Oh, IFB. I got it, never mind. I was like, sorry, somebody actually already bought this PC. Okay. Okay, so now all we have to do, guys, is put in our GPU. And then, like I said, this is all you'll see when that's closed, right? All this stuff will be hidden, so you won't even see this cable, right? It'll just be a nice, clean looking series of runs. What I'm gonna do right now is just kind of shove this right here. We got to do the GPU. GPU time. Oh my gosh. Oh, this weighs at least 5 pounds. Okay, let's do, okay, so this has got that little clip thing. So first thing you do is you undo this side here. And you pull this down, and then this releases these, which I need partially some of these. Not all of them, because apparently it's going to go beyond that. I think it's, I don't remember if it's 2 or 3. I guess we'll find out here right now. Oh! Must have opened it on the other side. I make it look like it's only 3 pounds. There's no way. I make it look like it's 85 pounds. Oh no. Okay. And we always send the box for these, so. So there may not be a game stream tonight, guys, because if we don't have a full party, Sergeant Nobody's lost his internet. Oh no, it's almost that bad. Yeah, and we need a full party, so we'll get it rescheduled soon. Apparently. So you just got finished sharing that with Blondie. Okay. Okay, let's get that and put away. There we go. It is 2. Okay, so it's only 2. Only 2 for the card. Okay, so here we go. Wow, this is a big card. I forgot how big you are. You are very big. Very big. There we go. Wow. That was a big card. Yeah, that is a thick card. Okay. Okay, guys, now the last step is running the 16 pin. Let's find the ideal way. We could just go right up through that center part. That feels like it's going to be the ideal way to do it. Go. Oh, wrong one. I don't want to go through that one. I want to go through the square one. Oh, that's the motherboard. I was like, what is it? Why is it not going through? It's because there's a motherboard in the way. Okay. Now, this does have little cable combs. hope they're not as painful as the other cable comb. It seems so bad. So far I got 2 cables in. There we go. No. Twisted. There we go. And those very simply click into the top, which is nice. Okay, that seems not so bad. Sometimes this works, and that one did pretty well. Or you can just slide them in between, like I just did, and then they clip in really easily. I feel like that's good cable comb design. There we go, okay. And then now, I'm just gonna route this. Sorry, these little sensor wires are a little bit more painful. There you go. Okay, guys. Okay. See what we got here. There we go. It's pretty dang good. Sensor wire's kind of coming out, but figure that out right now. That's the last little bit here, is this stupid sensor wire. There we go. It feels like it looks pretty good, right? Okay, so there we go. All that's in. That's the problem, okay. Okay, there's all of those. Now I just need to check. And what I can do, do that just to fix it here. I think that's what this is for. Is right here is just zip tied that. Should actually do a good job of keeping the sensor wires in, and there we go. There we go. All right. Kind of locks all those cables in, which is great. Okay, there we go, guys. I think just got to look at the cable management on the last little bit. Could use, does this, yes. Oh, wow, okay. I think this is going to need this. Okay. We're going to need to put in the anti-sag bracket. It's easy to do. What I'm going to do real quick though is I'm just going to do the cable management, and we can do this. Can be done at the very end here. There you go. Wow, Falcon says PCI slot will break in. We're gonna fix that right now. This is a big card. You're not wrong, Kelt. How we doing likes on YouTube? Yeah. Okay. And there we go. Nice clean cable management there. Okay, so let's get the anti-sag bracket installed, and then we'll be good. So I definitely think this is going to need it. Okay, so we're going to disconnect this real quick. There we go. It's an easy, fast install, which is nice. There we go. Okay. This is that, okay. I have to give myself enough room to pull this down so it releases it. There you go. Okay, now, I know Falcon, I'm already counting how many times I've lifted it enough. So for us to do this, this needs to go, I think it has to be a little bit Yeah, it's like a little bit. Okay, so where is my screwdriver? There it is. Here we go. So this is so we can put the anti-sag bracket, which will just help it. We just want to make sure that his GPU does not sag. Go. That's just a tightener, so we can do that. Okay, now we need this. And this goes like this. There we go. One more little piece. Put that down. Okay, now put this back on. Ooh, shoot. It doesn't go low enough. It's not, it's like I am too chunky for even this. Do I have any adjustments, right? Like, it's like it says I need more room. Just gonna see if there's any more additional. Okay, so it looks like there actually is a way potentially to make it go, oh no, that's just to make it wider. But that is the lowest it'll go. It essentially, like, there is no lower position. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, let me lower this a little bit more and just make sure I'm really not crazy. And because this is an EATX stand. And that's just so we can do EATX. And this is so you could actually put this on here and then have the thing. But it's like, I don't think this is actually, I think it might actually not. Let me look. Yeah, it's just, it's too low. Like I can't, it's not gonna work. So I am gonna have to say, dude, you're gonna have to get an anti-sag, like find a taller anti-sag thing. Because this card is just too big. I did not expect to see that. Well, it's not. It's actually it's Lian Li. So it's Lian Li. But you'll need like a really tall post or.
They didn't give you like a shorter set of screws or anything?
No, it's not. It's actually not that. It's just this. This needs to be down like this.
Oh,
so it's like this. It's this that's actually not. It doesn't go far enough down. The GPU is just too thick. Which I was like, okay, well, there you go. Yeah, we do. We can, and I know a lot of people are probably like, hey, Robey, what even parts are inside this? And we can show you that while we wait here. So here's actually the parts that are inside of today's build. Sorry, I'm focusing on dropping this in here. So we have an Intel Core Ultra 9 285K. We have an Asus RG Strix Z890-E motherboard. We have the ROG Astral RTX 5080. We have Kingston Fury. We have both a 2 terabyte and 4 terabyte NVMe drive. Kingston Fury Renegade 64 gigs at 6400 mega transfer. We have the Lian Li o11 Evo XL is the case. And then we have the Ryujin 3 White, and then the Asus RG Strix 1200 watt PSU. And so that's all of the parts that are in this build. Okay, let's just get this back on.
Araxis had a pretty good idea about just vertically mounting the GPU.
I don't have the. You have to have the. There's a bunch of stuff that has to go with it. Yeah. I don't have everything to vertically mount. You could totally vertically mount, and he is right. You could vert mount, but I don't have the. You need the riser cable, and in this case, you'd probably be okay with a Gen 5 riser, a Gen 4 riser cable, but you know, if you ever wanted to upgrade, you'd want to do a Gen 5 riser cable. So there's a little bit more to it than just that. Oh, I forgot to almost put in a Mobo screw. I mean, you could get a post. I mean, that's the thing, is there's definitely, you could get a post that would work. There are definitely nice, tall cable management. I mean, nice, tall anti-sag brackets. Or you could do what's called an underneath one. I know Asus makes one, so there's ones that you can just put underneath. Those are options as well. So there are options that he could employ if he wanted to do a sag bracket. Okay, let's get this turned on. Let's do our sponsor real quick, and then we'll turn it on, and then go from there. What time do you need to leave? Okay, cool. Okay, so we got to get Mr. Brian out of here. But we're at the end, which is great. Okay, there is the build finished. We'll do our zip tie count and then get it turned on, shoot some close-ups. What color did he say for the light blue or blue? Okay, there you go, that's easy. Okay, so let's do our zip tie count real quick. Oh, well, actually, let me get the panels back on here. There we go, starting to come together. Sure the side looks clean and spotless. And there we go. Okay, let's get the top on. There we go. And there is the full build ready to go. Let's do our zip tie count real quick, and then we'll do our sponsor, and then go from there. Okay, so we have, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 22. 22, guys. It's even today. 22. And there we go. 22 zip ties used in today's stream. Let's clean up our space real quick. And then we'll do our sponsor and then turn it on. Oh, I was like, wait a minute. I knew there was one screw we forgot. I'm gonna go put, what the stop? Okay, put the one screw back in that goes up here. It just started taking off on its own. Actually, it went to a nice height for me. For that, it was like, oh, nice, okay, thanks. That was a perfect height. It was like, here, let me make that easier for you. Okay, let's put that back down. Okay, so huge shout out to VIP/VIP-CDK Deals for sponsoring today's streams. So today's stream, so you get finished with a build like this and you want to pick up a copy of Windows, right? Well, Windows 11 is not inexpensive, right? If you were to pick it up at Newegg or Best Buy, but here at VIP-CDKdeals.com, you can pick up a copy of Windows 11 Pro for $32.65, but you hit buy now, and you use code RBCK at checkout, so hit buy now again. Use code RBCK at checkout and hit apply. What was $32.65 drops all the way down to $22.85. The other one that's also really good here is checking out Office 365. So here's Office 365. You can get a 5-device for 1 year. It's $43, but if you look at it, it's regularly $279. But here at this place, you can pick it up for $43.44. Again, hitting buy now. Again, use RBCK at checkout, hit apply. What was $43.44 drops down to $30.41. So if you want to use things like Windows Dynamic Lighting, you do have to have an official copy of Windows. This will get rid of the Activate Windows that's in the corner. You can see it here on my, hey Kelt, I don't know, just a little thing is, I don't know if Kelt's still here. This won't go away. I have to restart my PC. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But anyway, you want to get rid of this Activate Windows that's in the bottom right-hand corner of your PC. You can basically do that using an activated key, and then all of a sudden you're basically you're good to go. And so anyway, great way to get that squared. Get rid of that Activate Windows. Use things like Windows Dynamic Lighting. And after all, like you have to use like 10 copies to be able to afford what was essentially the price of one retail copy. You were basically getting in because these are OEM keys. Now, if you have any questions, basically you can ask any of the people in chat. We've had literally thousands and thousands of people use these, so it's a great place to go and get copies of Windows. So anyway, guys, that's it. VIP-CDK Deals. You can just use them. Use code RBCK at checkout, like you're seeing here, and to save money on those keys. So, okay, guys. Well, let's go ahead and get this PC turned on, get it going, and go from there. Ugh. Put that over here. Close that. Put this in. There we go. Okay. Okay, here we go. The moment of truth, guys. There it is. Okay, now let's grab our keyboard and mouse. Apparently I forgot to turn it off. It's amazing how long these things last. There we go, and there we go. Okay. Here we go, guys. There's the power button. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that looks like a good sign. Took a little while, but there it is, guys. That looks great. That looks so good. I have to say, like, you're right. The black, with having the black little canvas here in the center portion, it does a really good job of making all of the white parts pop, don't you think? It's actually kind of cool. I like it a lot, guys. There it is. Man, that came out really good. Layout came out clean. Wow, that is very pretty. Oh, and by the way, not only that, I'm gonna seal it for a sec while he does this, but also that, it posts. There it is. Will it post? It is posted. It is good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and let him keep shooting so you guys can see a little bit of it. Go ahead and hit your button there. And then I'm gonna get Core Ultra Boost and all that sort of stuff set up here. So one thing I'm gonna do here real quick, I'm gonna steal it one more time from you, and then we'll go back to it. So I'm gonna go just show you here. So I'm gonna hit F7, go to Advanced, you're gonna go to AI Tweaker, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna change this into this cornered S boost, and we're actually gonna enable that. So that way that is also enabled. Hit OK, and then hit F10, and then we're gonna get that going too. Okay, so now you can take it back over, and then we'll get that set up. It's gonna restart, but there you go. You guys can get some nice, great looks of the build there as it restarts. So wait a second while it restarts there. That is a beautiful PC. We're just waiting for there it is, the system is rebooted. Just let Brian keep doing his thing. Get it, because now at this point in time, it's just kind of getting L Connect and all that sort of stuff installed. Yeah, I think light blue is gonna look really good. Just letting the updates happen. How's it look, guys? I think it looks good. Sure, let's go to 150. There we go. Let's go ahead and install I'll connect 3. Okay, downloading L-Connect 3. Just waiting for the update stuff to finish. Looks good, right? We're just waiting for the receivers and stuff to finish here. And there we go. Wow. What do you guys think? So we'll get it all blue here in a minute, but there you go. There's some beautiful beauty shots. We'll get the, obviously the other one's done when we do the build and when we actually do the B-roll and the stream cut down, but I think this came out looking absolutely insane, which is great. L-Connect 3 is slow to download. Yep, that is so awesome. So, 10 out of 10, right? It came out really, really nice looking. That is a very beautiful build. And once we get all the light blue on and all that sort of stuff, it's gonna look great. But it looks good just with the white and stuff. So, well, everybody, let's say bye to Brian. Brian's got to go get his haircut and look pretty for July 4th. Oh, I'm glad you like it, guys. I'm glad. What do you think? Zen, I mean, what do you think, right? This is your build. Are you happy? That's what matters, right? You're happy. You're good. He's genuinely. I'm not going to go back to the email and be like, listen, buddy. I want my money back. That build was terrible. He's like, no, I'm happy. I'm happy. Okay, so let's go into here. Okay, so you guys are gonna watch it here in a second. Let's go to Aura Effects. We'll do a Starry Night with like a light blue. I think we'll do a light blue. And then we'll do a little bit of a, let's throw a little bit of, I'm just gonna try something here. Just a little bit of a, there we go. Okay, so that'll fix that. There we go. Okay, so there's the blue. Okay, so there's that one. Now, one thing I am gonna, since we're gonna be doing a little bit of stuff, is I'm gonna go ahead and install, I'm gonna install GPU Tweak. Install some GPU Tweak real quick. Main reason being is that because of the Astral, you get all sorts of really great extra stuff, which is great. So pop that in. Let that finish while we wait for L-Connect to finish. Ooh, I'm glad I didn't do that. Man, just like got rid of my download of L-Connect 3. That would have been bad. It's almost done. Come on. Finish your install. This should be, okay, good. There goes that. So we'll restart that when that's done. Let's move this over so you guys can see the system a little bit better. Since we don't have Brian, live camera operator's gone. There we go. Okay. I think we got it. I think we can actually install L-Connect. There we go. How are we doing likes on YouTube? Should we do that giveaway? I feel like we're at the good point to do the giveaway. $187, guys. We need 13 more. Can we get 13 more likes? Because that'll get us that'll unlock our $20 Newegg gift card. And maybe we can get a hype train. That'll unlock another $10 one. Okay, we're installing L-Connect 3 now, so we can do the wireless fans. Okay, there is, oh, look at that, more stuff. Okay, so update, so I gotta update all these, which is good. I mean, it's all good stuff. Close. No, okay, so we're gonna wait for these to finish, then we'll restart, and then we should have all of the stuff. 197, come on, 3 more likes, guys, and we'll do the $20 Newegg gift card. Okay, there's that memory. And we'll update the Ryujin 3. Next. And then we have the 5080, and then everything will be updated, which is great. $205, let's do it, guys. $20 Newegg gift card while we wait for the last of the setup things to go. Exclamation point Newegg, exclamation point Newegg. It's going to be your entry point, exclamation point Newegg. Let's start it right now. Exclamation point Newegg. 2 minutes, guys. And remember, subs, you get extra entries. There we go, guys. Keep it going. Okay, so there's all that. Now we can reboot. Let's go ahead and put the front on. There we go. Clean as... That is not all the way in. that's in. Okay. And there we go. And there we go. Allow. Okay, so now all sorts of stuff popped up on the screen here. Display settings. Let's go to. Man, that feels like really big. Okay. 125 here. Okay, so L-Connect wireless fan utility. Lining effect setup, LCD screen. Okay. Okay, I've binded them. Okay. Okay, let's go to the outside here. We're gonna do lighting effect. Let's just, for now, we'll do a static color. And we'll do kind of a light blue for all these. There we go. There we go. There's all that light blue. Wait a minute, that didn't, why did it only do, only did it, what? Okay. Oh, wait, apply to all. There we go. What? No, did it? No. What? Bottom one is not blue yet. Okay. Oh, wait, apply to all TW. Oh, there it goes. There it is, guys. Okay, there it is. Side view, look at that. Oh, it didn't apply to the back one. It applied to the bottom one. The back one is not there yet. So I wonder if this is where the wireless receiver thing, it's like it's not quite, you know, it's like it's not quite reaching it or whatever it was, but it might be a restart, but man, that blue looks good. I definitely hit apply. Let me just make sure it's applying it to all. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, it looks so good. So it looks like it's like it tries to find, and then it syncs with them. There it goes. Now it's all blue. So then it goes white. So I wonder if there's someplace, like a better place to put the receiver. You might just have to kind of play with that to kind of see, because they're all blue now. It all looks good now. So it finally is good. Okay, so let's test now. Let's just look at fan profile. We're gonna do standard. Let's do standard. Okay, so we'll do standard. Standard is fine. Okay, let's see now. Let's open up Cinebench. So we'll go to capture, because it is all blue, which is good. So open up Cinebench. Oh, that's the, wait, hold on. There's one other thing I gotta open up, Armored Crate. Just realized. Devices. Okay, right now we have this, but we can do hardware monitor. And I like the white. The white looks good. And we'll add CPU temp. We'll do GPU. Or CPU, GPU. We can do, let's do dual info. We'll do CPU temperature. We'll do temperature, GPU. There we go. And then we'll get rid of that slide, and there we go. Okay. Apply. Now, what do you guys think of that? Look at that, huh? And he'll have lots of stuff to kind of play with here, but we go to side view here. That looks really good, right? With the white there, kind of pop out. You got your side view and all that sort of stuff. That looks good. That looks really good. That is a very pretty build. Okay, so now I have Galactic, Cyberpunk. Okay, let's leave that. Okay, I can sit here and mess with this stuff all day. Okay, let's go to here. Let's get hardware info. See what we got here. Move that. Go to capture. So right now our temperature's at 38. Let's go to File, Advanced, set it to 10 minute. There we go. Just hold on one sec. Perfect. Let's hit start. There the fans go. Keeping it at 75, wow. 75 right now. It's keeping it nice and cool. Look how cool that is. It's going down. That's why I love this AIO. That is, and there it is, dude. 41,283. 41,283 off of that. Let me just pull this down so you guys can see that. Sorry, I just noticed my thing's a little bit lower there, but look at that. Package temp 75. And it's pulling a 41,000. That's why this AIO is so good. So yeah, I love this AIO. This AIO is so good. Yes, it's expensive, but this is with Core 200S boost, and it's got a 41,285, and it's sitting at 75 right now. It's pulling 232 watts, right? So it's like, it's definitely doing its part. And I will say the score will go up, because what I've noticed with Core 200S boost, the score does go up over the course of 10 minutes. So it might be closer to like 41.5, but still, that's a very good score. Yeah, see, 41,290, so it's actually going up. Yeah. So anyway, 75, and it's just staying there. Look at it, it's just staying there. It got up to 79, and then those fans just started spinning, and man, doing a great job of just ejecting heat. Okay, so let's stop that. Let's just take a look at our temps while gaming. Doing our usual gaming thing here. Turn on our OSD real quick. And this is the stuff that you get extra, that you get with the, with GPU tweak, and when you use an ASUS card, you just get way more here. So let's just make sure our OSD looks good. Just got to preview it, just make sure it shows up. Okay, so we're good there. So we'll be able to see CPU and GPU temps, which is what I wanted to do. Okay, so let's open up Cyberpunk real quick. Did I launch it? What did I do? There we go. There we go. Actually, I don't even need this because I'm just running the... There we go. Boxer, that I will say, and that's, again, this is, of course, up to the eye of the beholder, but this is by far the best performing AIO we have ever tested. So it is, I mean, it is the most expensive AIO I think we've tested, but it is the best performing AIO we've ever tested. So it's a great cooler, but again, it's always, the value is in the eye of the beholder. So it's up to you of whether it's worth it or not. That is your call. And some people, it's like, this is an almost $5,000 5080 build, but it has 6 terabytes of storage. It has a lot of It has a lot of extra features like the TL fans and stuff like that. So again, this is the thing about PC DIY, is this is a judge-free zone, right? Where people want to enjoy their stuff, and if they're happy, that's all that matters. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at game temps. Let's just look at game temps here. So we'll go to settings, we'll go to video. Let's run the 2560 by 1440, which is again, 5080 it could play 4K, but this is kind of where I love it at. We're gonna go to ray tracing overdrive. We'll run DLSS. We'll have frame generation off, and then this is what this card works so well at. So this is path tracing 1440p with DLSS is what we are, which means we're testing both GPU and CPU temps here. You can see the CPU popping up there. Got all the way into the 70s. GPU usage is 90% right now. And look at that GPU temp, 61 degrees. But there we go, and it's pulling 80 frames per second right now, 7980. And zero ZHP, another prime example. Somebody who just wanted to have the best. Custom liquid cooling is more expensive than this AIO by far. Oh, Arid, I totally agree with you. I wish there was like a one that you could do something like that. Honestly, I wish there was one that had like a flow meter, like a flow thing in it too. And you have somebody, I will say, we have like technical royalty in here with Kelt. Kelt knows a lot. I mean, dude obsesses over things like this. So if you guys have questions and like if he's dropping knowledge, just soak it in, guys. Soak it in. It's all good, Zero. Yeah. That's the stream. That's the stream. Remember, guys, it's 80 plus frames per second, then being down coded into this. It's just the stream. Yeah, it's not. I mean, you probably are seeing. There are probably some stutters, but for the most part, it's the stream. Yeah. So there you go, guys. 85 degrees. Temps were 60, no problem whatsoever. So it did a really, really great job. And then if you wanted to just, I mean, I would run path tracing, right? You want it to run at the best possible thing it can, and so there you go. So there it is, guys. There's GPU temps, there's CPU temps, you can see some game performance, as well as CPU performance. Plus, we showed it with Core Ultra 200S Boost. And we built, I mean, one heck of a stunner. We built one heck of a stunner PC. What's the stretch? Oh, that just means a stretch. Hold on, let me stretch. We actually have a sound for that. Here we go. Where is it? Maybe there it is.
Stretch.
So it's literally just stretching. Thank you, DJ Techno, which is a great place to do that. Oh! Yeah. I don't have anything else installed. We only pretty much do these games now, because again, it's because the streams we want to keep the streams just kind of consistent in terms of the testing. So we may switch that at some point in time. Anyway, guys, whoa, that's a big PC. Anyway, guys, that is it for this particular episode of Robeytech Live. Thank you, Zen. Thank you so much, Zen, for trusting me to build your beautiful, beautiful system. What an amazing looking PC. It was a lot of fun to build. It was very technical, which is always fun. You guys haven't had a lot of that. So Craig's asking, why do the fans? It's the wireless connection. Trying to stay wirelessly connected, so there's a little bit of that. But anyway, amazing build. Thank you so much for allowing me to build this PC. We are going to be doing another one on Tuesday. So we have another commission coming up on Tuesday in a Lian Li a 217, a Landcool 217. That's going to be a really fun build. Plus we also have the Frame 5000D build coming up, so that's going to be cool. And then make sure that you tune in tomorrow, because tomorrow we should see that Help Me Pick Parts episode for the Dark Flash DY470. That's your chance to kind of get in. And help me choose parts. Now, as for the game stream, guys, we are going to reschedule because everything was planned around Night Rain, but unfortunately, Sergeant Nobody wasn't able to. We'll try and do that on Tuesday. That's my hope, is let's try and see if we can do that and pick that up on Tuesday so we can make sure the game streams happen consistently. What I'll do from now on is I'll make sure I have a backup game or something like that moving forward, but because I didn't really set that up for this week, I'll make sure moving forward if something were to happen. I honestly didn't expect Sergeant Nobody not be able to go, so I am bummed about it. Outside of that, guys, have an absolutely amazing and happy 4th of July. Please be careful of the digits, be careful of the fingers, make sure that nothing happens to you guys. Have an absolutely amazing, amazing night, and we will see you guys on the next episode on Tuesday. Bye, guys! And then don't kill Blondie's ducks. That's the other thing, too, that's really important, okay?
If you'd like a written transcript of tonight's Robeytech broadcast, please contact Blondie Patgeeky. She'll be happy to give you a notepad and a pen so you can start writing down everything you hear. Portions of this program are brought to you by the Zip Tie Foundation of America and Excalibur.